Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here with the first post-game recap of the season. Yes, it is preseason. It is the Youngstars tournament. We are not getting too serious about this. The Oilers played the Vancouver Canucks tonight in Penticton in the Youngstars Classic, where they came up short 2-0, and we're going to talk about it. So if you end up enjoying this post-game recap, just make sure you hit that like button. And if you end up really liking it and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. I will have daily Oilers content not only throughout the preseason, but also once the regular season gets going as well. And we are covering the Youngstars Classic. So let's jump into it. First period. It was physical early. Peterson had a giveaway. Good chance for Vancouver. Then Lecker Mackey, he hits the post off a good feed from Baines. Warner with a good defensive play. Oilers got a power play early, 5:30 into the first. 0 shots so far for Edmonton. Steffen had a nice shot saved by Tolopilo. Then Wakely was stopped with a nice pass by Warner. LaJoie was being physical in that first period as well. Nice pass by Warner again. And then Day, point blank save. Canucks controlling the play so far. Berglund had a good chance that was stopped in the slot. And then Corbeil versus Arnston. It was a very spirited tilt. They were throwing fisticuffs. I give the decision to Corbeil. I think he landed a few cleaner shots. Oilers then had a couple of good shots not long after the fight. Berglund was looking good in the first, but as the game went on, you started to notice less and less of Berglund. DeYoung had a good chance as well. Good pass by Nickel. Day then stops Atu Ratty. Lecker Mackey stopped for Vancouver. Strong shift for Savoy. And then Wakely with a strong crash to the crease. At the end of the first period, the score was 0-0. Shots were 9-6 for Edmonton. I thought the Canucks had a strong first 14 minutes, but the Oilers were showing some pushback. However, as this game ended up going along, Vancouver really took control, especially Vancouver's more what would I call them? Veteran rookies, Archie Baines, Jonathan Lekkerimäki, and of course, Atu Ratti. That line, that trio, they were unbelievable for Vancouver. So if there's Canucks fans tuning in, you're probably pretty excited seeing how well that they played, and that's a good thing. You want them to look like they are way above the competition in this type of rookie tournament. That way that they're getting their reps in, and then when main training camp starts, maybe they can really push for a roster spot for the Canucks. In the second period, it was a tough opening shift for the Oilers. They were under a ton of pressure. Savoy broke his stick on a clearing attempt. And then Max Sasson, he scores not too long after on a 2-on-1, 1-0 for the Canucks. And I thought the Canucks, they were generating a ton of speed in the neutral zone and putting on a lot of pressure on Oilers defenders. Even when the Oilers had power plays, the Vancouver Canucks were like playing two forwards, pressuring, and the Oilers just had no answer for it. Edmonton then under pressure again. Lekkerimäki stopped by Day, and then Baines was stopped twice with grade A shots. Day was under siege with more good saves. LaJoie, I thought, was struggling on D for Edmonton. He had a good physical first period, but Marc LaJoie in the second period, he was really struggling. Oilers then get a power play, but they didn't get any looks on it. They finished the night 0-2. Now the Canucks also get a power play with 8:22 to play in the second. I thought there was good D by Sam O'Reilly for Edmonton. I thought he had a good two-way game. Didn't generate a whole lot on offense, but that's okay. It's still early. And, you know, the pressure, there's not a lot of pressure on Sam O'Reilly. He's likely to go back to junior this year. But if you're an Oilers fan, I think you were hoping to see a little bit more from some of Edmonton's forwards, especially Matvei Petrov too. That's someone that really should be able to produce a little bit in this type of situation, but he also had a quiet night. Later in the second period, the Oilers were looking sloppy. There was a bad giveaway by Savoy. Day with a nice save on Klimovich, and then a 2-on-0 for Vancouver. Shot went high and wide. And then there was some rough stuff near the end of the period. Oilers had a few good looks, a couple misses in the slot, and then Warner took Baines hard into the boards. There was a good fight between Baines and Warner there. End of 2, 1-0 Vancouver. The shots were 18-16 in favor of the Canucks. Power play, Edmonton 0-2 at this point, Vancouver 0-1. So the Oilers, they're only down by 1 heading to the third. All you need is one of those pucks to go in. However, as this game went on, Vancouver really locked things down in the third period. In period 3, Petrov was stopped on a wide one-timer early. Not like a super great look, but at least he got a shot on net. Felton then a hard drive for Vancouver, makes it 2-0 off of his own rebound. Corbeil, he looked pretty weak on D. He got exposed with his lack of speed. Felton blew past him on the right side, gets his own rebound. Not much Nathaniel Day could do in net for Edmonton. Berglund then has a setup that gets stopped, and he gets another chance. Day, again, has to be sharp. He was under siege here. Edmonton was struggling with basic breakouts, and 5 out of Edmonton's 6D I think were invites, so these are not drafted players by the Oilers. These are players that they invited, and you could really tell this team was struggling at getting the puck out of the net. They were struggling at just a basic breakout pass. Lekkerimäki rips one off the post. I thought it went in the net. He had a terrific game for Vancouver. Warner with a huge hit on Walker. You saw Max Warner, I think as the game was going on, I think he was getting a little frustrated and really trying to assert his physical side. Day then makes another terrific save. Baines hits the crossbar for Vancouver, and then Day with another high danger stop by Baines. And then another save in close with another save by Day. Oilers were under siege, but Day was holding the fort. Nickel breaks up a 2-on-1 after Warner fell in the neutral zone. And then LaJoie, he takes a late penalty on Aturati. I think it was holding the stick. I'm not sure which penalty it was. The final score, end of the game, 2-0 Canucks rookies. The shots were 30-21 in favor of the Canucks. Power play, both teams finished 0-for-2. And my 3 stars. So I did put together some numbers. Of course, because this is a rookie tournament, I don't have the advanced analytics. I don't have the advanced stats. So I did want to talk about a few notable players, but first, 3 stars. First star I gave to Nathaniel Day of Edmonton. I thought he was very good in net. Without his play, this game is probably 8 or 9-0 for the Canucks. I thought Nathaniel Day showed really well in net for Edmonton. Second star I'm giving to Jonathan Lekkerimäki, and of course, if I'm mispronouncing any of these names, Canucks fans, I'm sorry. Lekkerimäki, he had an unbelievable game. He has an unbelievable shot, really good speed through the neutral zone. I thought he was in a lot of good scoring chances. He was on the ice in good areas, and if you're Canucks fans, I'd be very excited about him. And then, of course, third star I'm giving to Arshdeep Baines, who did get a look with the Canucks last year, and I really like Arshdeep Baines. Played for the Red Deer Rebels, watched him here in Red Deer, so I liked Baines' play. I thought he was really good for Vancouver. Edmonton, 0 goals, 21 shots. Notable players for me, Nathaniel Day played really well. Max Warner, I thought he was up and down, but overall, I didn't mind his game. You could tell that he was really the only defenseman with some decent pro experience here. And then I actually liked Dallin Wakely for Edmonton. I thought he had a couple good shots. I thought he had a quiet, good game. He was noticeable when he needed to be, and he wasn't noticeable on the defensive side, which is a good thing, because if you're noticing too many mistakes from some players, that usually means they are not playing very well. So those are my 3 notables for Edmonton. For the Vancouver Canucks, my notable players, Jonathan Lekkerimäki, Aturati, and Arshdeep Baines. Again, I've talked a lot about that trio. I thought they played really well for Vancouver. And Max Sasson, he scored the first goal for Vancouver. I thought he had a really good game as well. He was noticeable. He was in the right areas throughout the whole night, and I thought he played a terrific game for Vancouver. That is it for my post-game recap. Tomorrow, I will have a pregame report up before the Oilers play the Calgary Flames at 8:30 p.m. Mountain. Once again, I believe the game is going to be streamed either on YouTube or the Calgary Flames main website. I do not think you have to subscribe to Oilers Plus. The game tonight was streamed on the Vancouver Canucks website, so it should also be available on the Calgary Flames website. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. I'm very excited that we get to talk about hockey. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section below. And as always, tell someone that you love them, okay? We'll see you tomorrow, Oil Country. Take care.